Hi again. How are you doing? I appreciate you taking the time to come visit with me from week to week and time to time. It's always a lot of fun. Darrell Klassen is my name. I'm a PGA teaching professional. I'm fairly retired. I don't try to dress up like a doctor or an attorney or anything like that. I'm just pretty casual. I hope you don't mind my style because what I'm here to do is to teach you how to play better golf. And that's my number one goal. Today, I want to share a couple things about weight shift, big weight shift. Everybody in golf talks about weight shift. You know, if we can get our weight to shift from the back to the front, we can really add some yardage. Everybody knows that. But it's really, the weight shift has been so mistaught, so misused. We're told to just drive really hard and get all we can out of that weight shift to really make that thing work and get more power out of our swing and get that ball moving. What happens typically in the weight shift, I'll say that word, weight shift, golfers tend to get back here and then they slide. They make this sliding motion. Now when we slide from the back to the front, we can't help it, but we inadvertently go to a flexed front knee. A flexed front knee places the weight more in the ball of the foot and a little bit in the toes. Now, when the weight's in the ball of the foot and in the toes, we lock up. We can't turn. So golfers will tell me a number of things. They'll say that they reverse weight shift. We'll talk about that in just a couple minutes for just a little bit. But the biggest thing is they're trying to get this big drive, and here's the problem with that. The problem with that big push and drive is that when we push and drive, God didn't make us so that we can use the hands. When we push and drive, we can only use the arms. And we're pulling down with power to just, like we're trying to kill rattlesnakes or a tiger or a lion or something. And we're very, very completely, not just a little, we're totally power focused when we're making that big drive with the weight shift. We've got to learn how to stop doing that. When we make that big drive, we're all shoulders, chest, and arms in our golf swing. And when we're doing that, we are able to hit harder, but it locks up all the muscles in our forearms and our hands so we don't get the release we need that creates speed and really gives us the distance in the golf swing. Okay? So we've got to stop doing this big power slide thing. It's just and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to come back to you another time and tell you what's really correct. I'm just telling you why this is bad. Because number one, when we make this power slide, we're using our arms and shoulders. You can see in the blocks in the background, I hope you don't mind me doing this in my backyard, but I can show you a lot of stuff. There's no reason to go to a golf course and watch me swing a club or something like that when you can't see the ball fly anyhow. I'm talking to you about thinking and using your head. When we make this big power slide, let me show you from a little different angle. When I make this big power slide, see my right shoulder? The right shoulder moves out and we come over the top and we pull the ball. Fortunately, when we pull the ball, it locks up all, in that fashion, using our arms and shoulders for power, it locks up all the forearms and we block the club open. So we pull the golf ball, but it usually slices back somewhere on line or a little past, but in the vicinity. When we're using the big slide weight shift, we do not get a good release. You can try that on your own. Now I have people, they'll write me, say, well, Darrell, you said you can't do that with this, and I can do it. Well, yeah, you can do stuff like that, but you cannot do it with any authority or with what you want. You can't make a big power slide for a weight transfer and hit a ball out to the outside of your line and draw it in. Now, I'm talking to right-handers. Lefties, you can't make a big power slide and get the ball over here. The only place you can hit it, lefties, is there. Righties, the only place you can hit the ball with that big power slide is left. just the way the human body is made. It's not your fault. Don't blame any of the golf teachers. It's just the way we're made. That's how the human body is put together. So we've got to learn how to handle this weight thing in a proper fashion. I'm going to come back to you one of these days and I'm going to teach you how to do that properly. I'm just trying to get you to, I don't have time to teach all of it right now. I just got to show you what to look out for. If your weight's in your toes, in the balls of your feet, like we hear all the time that is supposed to be done, then you're going to always fight this sliding thing. When the weight is in the arches, here's the difference. When the weight is in my balls of my feet, my knees are flexed. When my knees are flexed, you'll notice from my knee to my ankle is not very vertical. A good proper dress position would be one more like this, where I would have from my knee to my ankle would be fairly close to vertical. Then the thigh would come back, and this has been mistaken in teaching for sticking your butt out. But that's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to stick our butt out. We're trying to just keep the weight in the arches and take our dress. All right? Okay. Let's get rid of that big slide. I'll come back one of these days and talk to you about how the weight shift really works and how it works great for you, okay? Thank you very much. Darrell Klassen, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.